Welcome to a night of total terror.
In 1968, George Romero brought us Night of the Living Dead. It became the classic horror film of its time.
We must not be lulled by the concept that these are our family members or our friends. They are not. They will not respond to such emotion.
Now, George Romero brings us the most intensely shocking motion picture experience for all time.
It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill.
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
First came the night, then came the dawn. Now comes the most eagerly awaited day in horror film history.
Welcome back to Thursday of the Dead, episode 247. My name is Jace. As you can see, this episode is a recap of my once-in-a-lifetime trip to see Claudio Simonetti's Goblin perform the live score for Dawn of the Dead in Los Angeles, which required me to fly. And so I brought a book to distract me from my fear of flying, which I've learned works. And my bookmark is actually from the Beverly Theater. They had a cool thing in October, and that's where I saw the 45th anniversary screening of Dawn in a recent episode. So there's a lot of things in this episode that I feel are connected to my trip to Pittsburgh for the first time for Living Dead weekend. The first thing is this episode is episode 247. 247 is also the name of the 247 Fort Pitt building that I saw kind of out of the window of the hotel room. And here I am looking out the window of this hotel room. And funny enough, I could see something else here. I don't think this was really planned. Well, Claire booked the room. She couldn't have known that we could see the marquee of the Orpheum from the room. And it's right there. So that was good news. We knew that, and so here's 247 Fort Pitt. I'm showing this because it's episode 247. This was the top of Romero and Rubenstein's offices in downtown Pittsburgh. Oh, so next we went to the hotel bar. Had a drink called the Opium. Very good. Strong, but good. And then soon it was time to go to the show. And as I said, it was just a few blocks away. So we walked over. There was already a little bit of a line. This was at maybe a half hour before the doors opened. So I got some extra footage of, and I like the old-fashioned box office. The Orpheum Lounge was super cool. The Orpheum, I think, is almost 100 years old. Really nice. And at one point while we were in there, Claire was having a drink and she said, "Hey, is that Tom Savini that just walked in?" I looked over. It's like, yeah, that is. Funny. And here is Tom.
Yeah. Hey, we are going to walk to that theater and watch Dawn of the Dead while Goblin plays the musical soundtrack. Tonight, me and Greg, and Jody, and David.
That was from Greg Nicotero's Instagram. I saw Greg there too. Oh, and so here I am on floor 2, walking to my seat. I'm wearing my same shirt that I wore to 247 Fort Pitt. Didn't really plan it out that way. Well, I thought to bring the shirt just because that was the shirt I first walked into the Monroeville Mall wearing. So as you can see, I walk with a cane, and that's due to my stroke back in 2019. And so as I walked in here, I realized, I've made a mistake. It wasn't getting up here. It was that I bought cheap tickets in the balcony. And then once I saw there was no handrail, and so it was a struggle for me to get up the stairs with nothing really to hold on to. And also that meant that once I sat down, I wasn't going to be able to go anywhere.
Okay, thank you for coming. Tonight I'm very, very excited because this is the first time that I play Dawn of the Dead live after many years. But I am also very excited because tonight here we have a very special guest. We have Tom Savini. Yeah, great. We have Rex Nicotero. Yeah. And Eli Roth. Yeah.
say goodbye now.
So after the show, Goblin performed a mini set with songs like Demons, Suspiria, did a cover of Halloween and Tubular Bells. It was great. And then I made my way out and through the streets with Claire, came back to our hotel. Here's the sign from our window, all lit up. One thing I noticed is this hotel used the same soaps that the one in Pittsburgh used. I only say this because I bought them after my Pittsburgh trip. It's good stuff. It's not cheap. And the next day we went around downtown LA exploring. We found the Last Bookstore. Great place. And the main thing that I tripped out was on a Saturday. It was jam-packed with people. And here's our Uber ride back to LAX. The Uber driver was so much more sane than our cab driver to the hotel. And so it was kind of dead, no pun intended, in the airport, which was funny because Memorial Day weekend. And I think because we were leaving on a Saturday, we had not a lot of people, which was great. So of course, getting ready to fly again, I used Tom's book to keep my mind off of my fear of flying, and it worked. And here's approaching Las Vegas, coming home, and we made it safe and sound, which is always nice. It is strange because the last time I went to Pittsburgh with Claire, we had a layover in the Las Vegas airport coming back to Sacramento, and this time Las Vegas is home. It's funny how that works. There's the Las Vegas moon. Made it home tired. And so the next day, here's my shirt from the show. Very cool shirt. Also, here is my signed print, the Dawn of the Dead print, that you saw me carrying around the actual venue. I was afraid that I was going to bang it up. So Claire and I went in downtown LA to find a UPS store where I bought this little poster tube, and it survived the trip intact. So this will definitely go in a frame. I like the artwork. It's unique to this series of 3 shows of Dawn of the Dead. And the Orpheum, the first one, I went to that. Never thought I'd get to say that. That was really cool. And I do want to thank Leif Jonker for all of his tireless work in getting Dawn of the Dead back out in the theaters. He was responsible for getting Dawn of the Dead 3D and then the 45th anniversary of Dawn, which is kind of why I was able to have this experience. As I mentioned, I've seen Goblin do live score for Suspiria and for Deep Red. Never thought I'd get to see them do it for Dawn because the rights issues. And so here is the t-shirt I bought from the last bookstore. Zombie hands, very fitting. And I think it's like either gang signs or it's saying LA. I haven't figured it out, but it's cool no matter what. Thanks for watching. See you next week.